Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Matt here with Tanks Lawn Maintenance. It is 7:57 p.m. Wednesday evening, April the 17th, 2024, year of our Lord. I'm out here in the garage and just chilling, man. Just got everything taken care of. Got the blades sharpened up on the mowers. Got the deck scraped up, good to go. I've got one bush job to take care of tomorrow afternoon, and one pretty good sized property to mow tomorrow. It's probably going to take me 3 hours to mow that property, but it's all good. The reason I wanted to put this video out is I got the hedge trimmer fixed. Saved myself anywhere from $60 to $300. $60, seeing as how it'd probably take me about $60 to get it fixed, maybe a little more, maybe 100, and then $300 for a new one if that was the case. But got it fixed. I wanted to come home and try one more. I wanted to try a couple more things. I was just gonna put a straight edge on the blades, and I was gonna sand them down just to make sure there wasn't nothing on them to keep them from hanging up. Well, I noticed the other day when I took the hedge trimmer apart that one of the washers was missing. You know, there's on the blades on the hedge trimmers, you've got, I want to say it's 8 or 7 or either 8 bolts that go along the bottom. On the steel hedge trimmer, you've got a little white plastic piece, and then you've got washers sitting on that white plastic piece. Then you've got one blade, another blade. At each bolt hole there's a guide, and then you've got the little silver, I guess it's aluminum sheet metal piece sitting on top of that. I guess that's a shim. I don't know what that's called, but and then you've got the bolts that go down in there. They're just torque screws is all they are. And I'm not real sure what the washers are or what they're for, but I'm thinking that they sit right there on that plastic piece, in between the plastic piece and one of the blades, to keep the blades from bouncing up and down and to keep them straight when they're going back and forth. I know that the guides that go over each bolt hole that you stick the bolts through, those guides keep the blades from wobbling back and forth, and I'm assuming that the washers serve as shims, I guess you would say, keep the blades from wobbling up and down. And one of the washers was gone. I don't know what happened to that washer. I noticed it the other day when I took it apart. I had some spare washers, just the same size washers, and just had them. You know, I've got a bin that's got a bunch of nuts and bolts and washers in it, and I had some spare washers, so I replaced it. But I didn't think anything of it. You know, I got the thing put back together and couldn't figure it out. Well, today when I got home, I took the blades off and I sanded them down real good, and I inspected them, make sure there wasn't any nicks or burrs or anything like that on there. And I looked at all of the teeth to make sure the teeth wasn't bent. Well, I decided to put a straight edge on there, and when I did, I noticed that right there where that washer goes, it had a little bow in the blade. And I took the blade and I took a ball peen hammer. I took the blade and just, you know, I'll show you real quick. The anvil right here on my bench vise, I just set the blade right there. I took a ball peen hammer, set it on the bow, and I smacked it a few times with a rubber mallet. I hope y'all could see that good. But that's really all I did, was I beat it straight, basically. And the reason I set the ball peen hammer on there instead of hitting it with a ball peen hammer is because I didn't want to damage the blade. But and lo and behold, it worked. I went through all that trouble tearing that thing apart, trying to figure it out, scratching my head. I know I cleaned that thing out 2 or 3 different times trying to see what the problem is, and wasted a whole lot of that steel high temp grease, lithium grease, I guess it is, to try to get it cleaned out good enough where I could see what was going on in there. But that was the problem. Once I got that blade straightened out, that thing runs like a new dime, or runs like a new machine. So that's just something to keep an eye out for when you're maintaining your hedge trimmers, whether you're sharpening blades or whether you're, cleaning blades up from time to time. Take that thing apart every now and then and just inspect it. Make sure all your gaskets are good. Make sure your bolts are tight. Make sure you got all your washers where they're supposed to be. Make sure all the guides hadn't got worn out. And I couldn't see that thing getting worn out and breaking and just disappearing, because I use that hedge trimmer a lot. I use it a whole lot. And it's metal on metal. And, you're supposed to keep it lubed up. I've been using WD-40 a lot for probably about 6 months now, because I just got tired of running back and forth to my dealership to get that steel spray. But anyway, I'm gonna go back to using the steel spray. I guess I'm gonna buy that stuff in bulk, because I use a lot of it, man. Every time I sharpen my hedge trimmer, every time I use my hedge trimmer, whatever, I spray it down real good just to keep the blades from sticking. And it's supposed to remove sap and resin and stuff like that, but I don't think it really does it. But the main thing is it keeps your blades from sticking, and it serves as a lube. So, and I guess that it doesn't have the same properties as WD-40. So I think I'm gonna go back to using that stuff, the steel spray, and just see how it works. And I'm gonna keep an eye on the washers from now on. But I think I'm gonna upload a video pretty soon about how to troubleshoot a hedge trimmer attachment and other combi attachments. But anyway, just wanted to update y'all on that. I saved myself some money, and I've said it plenty of times in my videos, man. It pays to be mechanically inclined, even if you don't think you're mechanically inclined. Just try. If you take stuff apart, and if you can take something apart and put it back together, you can almost figure out what's wrong with it every time, just about every time. And now there is certain clearances and tolerances on different things. You have to be a mechanic to know, and or at least in my opinion you do, because I don't know all of it. But a lot of times you can just take something apart and realize, man, that don't look right, and do some investigating, and chances are that's what the problem is. So just try, man, before you throw something out, or before you take it to your dealership and have to pay money to fix it. Unless you're at a point where it's just cheaper for you to throw money at it, it's not worth your time to fool with it. And I get that too. I understand that. I'm just not at that point yet. But give it a shot, man. You never know. You might be able to figure it out. But anyway, guys, just wanted to hop on here and update y'all about that. And yes, Buster, I did see all your comments about Echo equipment. I'm going to join the Echo Nation. Just give me some time. Give me some time. It takes money, brother. It takes money. And, yeah. But anyway, I'm going to hop off here, man. I'm going to go spend some time in the AC. And I'm going to enjoy the rest of my evening. I'm happy, man. I was sweating that hedge trimmer, man. I use that thing all the time. I was sweating that joker. I thought I was going to have to buy a new one. But, whew. Anyway, man. Till the next one, y'all keep cutting that grass and keep making that money. Holla at y'all. Bye.